is that it was a system of practical idealism. It was devised by men who understood that governments are not saints, that there will be times when they have political pressures they cannot avoid, that there needed to be ways to let off pressure. And so there are several different ways in which it is legal for governments to temporarily protect industries that are under stress. We can do if there's market disruption, a surge of imports, you can put on a temporary tariff. If there is credible evidence of unfair practices by another country, you can put on tariffs. And to protect national security, you can put on tariffs, but you don't do that last one unless there's a really good reason to do it, because if you start defining national security to mean anything I don't like, then you've effectively dismantled the system. So what we have right now is we have the Trump administration not only putting on a whole bunch of tariffs, but putting them on in the name of national security in ways that are crazy. We're having a national security tariff against imports of steel from Canada. Good God. I mean, it's hard to imagine a less risky piece of U.S. trade dependence than that, and yet they've done it. And what that says is not that nobody believes there's an actual national security threat there. It's just saying that you have people who have complete contempt for the rules of the game. They're just going to seize on whatever justification they feel like using. Okay. So what would it mean if we do have that breakdown? And by the way, it's very easy to tell the story now about how this all breaks down, right? The United States imposes tariffs. We have already an initial set of tariffs, basically either already imposed or about to be imposed on all of our major trading partners. Tariffs against our North American partners in NAFTA, tariffs against China, tariffs against the European Union. All of those trading partners have imposed or are about to impose retaliatory tariffs. All indications are that the United States will retaliate against the retaliation, and then they will retaliate against our retaliation, against the retaliation. And it's very easy to tell a story where in the course of a relatively short time, a couple of years, maybe even less, we could have a dramatic escalation of tariffs, basically a breakdown of this whole system that took about 70 years to build. It's harder to tell the story about how that does not happen than it is to tell the story about how it does happen. So we're very much at risk of what we really would call a trade war.